The young world chess champion Gukesh D got crushed in a blitz match against Jan-Krzysztof Duda. The result is 5-1, which shows the superior play by Jan-Krzysztof Duda, which he is indeed a very strong player. He was a World Cup winner, and as you know, he is a very great blitz player. Of course, this result is open to interpretation, and you can write down your thoughts in the comments. I will tell you my thoughts at the end of the video. Let's go and watch two of the games in this match. This game has been played, I will show it the game from the first in a very quick way. The second game we will analyze it in a deeper manner, but in this game Gukesh had the white pieces. I guess it's the fifth game of the match, and Gukesh is playing with the white pieces, and he played very well in the opening and he got the upper hand, and after that he played this d4 move, and in this position he's somehow much better. He could have played knight d5, which is very stronger but hard to spot. He took on c7. His position is always superior, and in this position he has two pieces for a rook, much easier play for him, and in this position he is even winning. But at the end of the game and in the time scrambles, Duda managed to trick Gukesh in this position. He played better than Gukesh in the time scramble, and in this position he managed to draw the game and play rook g2. The best move is to come back with the king, and rook f2, there is a perpetual check, but Gukesh just played king d1, a blind spot, and after that rook b1, checkmate by Duda. This was a shocking game. And in the last game of this match, in the last game that we are going to see, a very interesting game happened. Duda is playing with the white pieces. We have the fianchetto system. In these days everybody plays this kind of fianchetto setups. Maybe there is something in it. We can try it also. Knight f6. This is very Grunfeld-like chess positions. We can reach this position also by Grunfeld. Like if you just consider this: d4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight f3, bishop g7, g3, the fianchetto systems against Grunfeld, bishop g2, and now d5. Take, castle. And in this position, I know that c5 is somehow dubious, but Gukesh played it in this game. Not in this manner. In the game they reached this position with another kind of move order. Like in the game, I just want to show you that this can also happen by that move order, but in the game they started with knight f3 and then they reached the same position. And in this position white can play e4 as Duda played, knight e5 and knight d5, and this is well known as a somehow dubious variation for black, that black is having some difficulties regaining the pawn, and when you regain the pawn, this bishop is a very strong piece. In this position, Duda just simply plays a3 because you cannot take on e5, and in some positions he wants to play b4. Imagine that if you take on e5, then the d5 is hanging. So Gukesh playing bishop g4, he has more time on the clock, but h3, take, and now white has the two bishops and he's attacking d5. You have to play e6. In this position, I believe knight c3 is a much better move. Duda didn't play it. He played the mysterious rook a2 move, which is nice. The idea is very nice, but knight c3 is enough in this position. If he takes here, queen e4, takes, and this position for black, I really doubt this kind of positions. The best that black can achieve is a draw. White has two bishops. This bishop on g2 is a monster. This bishop coming, this rook coming, b7 is hanging. I don't know what can black achieve in these kind of setups. But Duda is trying to not damage his pawn structure. He plays rook a2 with some b4s in mind. Like knight d5, he wants to play perhaps queen e2, and in case of rook c8, he just wants to play b4. He's evacuated this diagonal, and now he can just come to c2 and everything is good. And this 3 against 2 is a very good asset for white. And perhaps Gukesh was afraid of this, but engine suggests that in this position black can play knight c6, and b4 is a dubious try because a5, b5, knight d4, black is much better in this position because this pawn structure are shattered. But in the game, Gukesh decided to play a5 to prevent b4. Duda just plays knight c3, takes, queen e2, takes. Now the rook joins the party with rook b2, attacking this b7. Still the position for me is very, very bad for black. This powerful bishop, queen can at any point penetrate on b5, rook can penetrate. Black plays knight c6 to stop this connection on b7, but white plays a very, very interesting move. He plays bishop f4 to force e5, and after e5 he just retreats, and now this bishop on g7 is a dumb piece. Duda played a perfect game. Now rook queen to c4, bringing the queen into the game, and now rook to b6, another attack, and now bishop to d5, like he's gathering all of his pieces, bringing all of them into the attack. Rook to b5, power play by Duda, and in this position he just plays h4 to include this pawn into the attack. He wants to play h5, rook c7, h5, king g7, and queen to e4. Lots of pressure on the black's king. He just plays f6, but Duda just plays h6. You cannot take it, go back, rook takes f6, winning the pawn, queen takes e5 is a threat. He just plays knight c6, but it runs to bishop c6, and now rook takes c6. Gukesh D just resigned, because if bc, rook b8, if queen c6, both queen e5 and queen takes c6 are completely winning for white. This was a perfect game by Duda and a very bad game by Gukesh. I guess it was the last game, and in this game he was already in despair. Like he knew he was 4-1, the match was 4-1, and he knew that he will lose, but whatever, he played a very bad game. I guess he intentionally chose this dubious line because it's a blitz game and the result doesn't matter anymore. But Duda played a very great game in this game, and it was super easy for white, I will say this, and it was reminding me of the game between Gukesh and Ding in one of the World Championship matches. To my eyes, that this results doesn't show that Gukesh is a bad player. It just shows that he's performing worse in less time controls, and especially in time scrambles. He's not that he doesn't have that much awareness or like confidence, as you can say. And many players that saying that many people that saying Gukesh is not a competent world champion. The matter is that we always compare it to Magnus Carlsen. We should consider Magnus Carlsen as out of this world, and other players, like other top 20 players, are at the same level. They have some weaknesses, some strengths. Some of them are good in blitz rapid, like Firouzja Hikaru. Some of them are better in classical chess. Some of them are good at their confidence. Some of them does not have that much confidence. And many players are like having some problems in openings. Some have problems in end games. But the one that doesn't have this kind of problems is Magnus Carlsen, and he's different. And at this age that internet exists and everybody has the same amount of information, we have so many strong players that they can crush each other at any game. At one, for example, at 2018-19, there was Aronian, Ding, Caruana. They were the best. Now we have Indian players like Arjun, Prag, Gukesh, and others. And like Ali Reza also exists. He's a beast in very fast time controls. In classical games, he doesn't have that much motivation. And you can see there are lots of players with different strengths, and at each game they can crush each other. But Magnus is a different guy. He's out of this world. And we should see if Gukesh managed to... He played a very good candidate. He played very good in the World Championship match. We should see what will happen in his classical games, and we should see if he can fix his problems in less time controls. We will see. I hope you enjoyed this video, and write down your thoughts about this thing in the comments, and remember always to enjoy chess and life.